Today you'll be reflecting on feedback from our IB evaluators. We were evaluated by the IB in 2020, and today you're going to read highlights from their report. So our learning targets are: I can identify patterns and feedback from the IB evaluation team. I can reflect on implications of that feedback for my subject area and school, and I can give recommendations to leadership teams about our next steps. This is the rubric that our IB evaluators used. The lowest area on the rubric is matters to be addressed, and we did not receive any matters to be addressed. Recommendations means further development is needed in this practice. Shows satisfactory development means expectations for the practice are being met, and commendations are given on practices that address challenge when we've solved challenges creatively and show outstanding implementation. The whole report is over 31 pages long, but today I just want you to look at the recommendations to see what we need to improve and our commendations so we can celebrate the areas that we're doing really well on. I broke this into 4 different sections: leadership, planning, teaching and learning, and assessment. So as a department, you'll look at each section and you'll individually read the different commendations and recommendations in each area. So what you'll see at the top is the actual practice, the IB language for that practice that we are supposed to do. Then you'll find the findings of the evaluation team. So this is specifically about our school. And then if it was a commendation or a recommendation, and they'll give some further feedback there. Once you've individually read all of that, your department chair will take you to this slide that's a Pear Deck slide. So you will, as an individual, write down what you noticed or wondered as you looked at that part of the slideshow. And then when everybody's done, the department chair will project all the answers. Then as a group, you'll look for patterns. What did you see in this? What's an area that we're doing really well on? What's something that as a school we need to pay more attention to? You can take notes on this slide, or you can take notes somewhere else, because at the end you'll fill out a form with reflecting on the whole process. So you'll do that with each of the 4 sections. When you get to the end, then there is also a slide about ATLs. So take a few moments as a department to think about what has worked with reporting ATLs this year and what were some barriers for reporting ATLs. Our hope is to add another area to report on, but we really want to think first about how did reporting on self-management go and what should we think about before we move into that next step. Once you've had that discussion, then it's time for one person in your department to open this form. You will discuss the different areas, and then one person will submit this form for your department. So again, just one person in your subject area should open the form. You'll click which department you are, and then what are some strengths that you noticed. You can look back at your notes or just remember what you discussed, and then what are some areas that we need to improve as a school? Based on the report, you can give some feedback on WJH's professional development, what other things we need to work on, and then some feedback on ATLs, and finally, any other questions or comments. If you have questions on this, please let me know. Thank you for your work today.